I'm here with a special guest this week. All my guests are special, but this one, his restaurant that he works is from the 16th century, the building. And the building used to be annual dinner for Shakespeare Club. Can you believe that? So I'm here with this special guest, Greg. I forgot his surname. Greg, sorry, my craziness. Thank you so much for coming. I know you're a very busy guy, and busy, super busy, and save a little time for us to talk with us about you, about the restaurant that you work for. What's the name of the restaurant you work for?
So I work at the Woodsman restaurant, which is part of the Hotel Indigo in Stratford Upon Avon.
Fantastic. I know we're going to talk about the restaurant, but I want to know about you. I don't know you very much. I know from the pictures of the food that it's delicious, amazing. So tell me about Greg.
So I grew up in Devon in the southwest. And then I worked all over the country really for the last 20 years after I finished school. And I've been in the Cotswold area for the last 10 years now.
So you just what did you do at school? Did you do chefing straight away, or
No.
What do you like to do? When you're not chefing around, what do you do?
Well, when I was at school, I used to play rugby. I was very
okay.
Yeah, that was my passion at the time, and like a lot of chefs, I just had a weekend job washing dishes in the local pub, and then finished school, needed some money, carried on doing that, and then thought I'll decide what I want to do with the rest of my life, and 15, 20 years later I'm still deciding, so...
Wait 10 more years and you're still deciding. I didn't decide yet. So that's great. So when did you come for the passion for, well, you say you're working in the restaurants as washing dishes, but then when you start to be a chef? You said, I want to be a chef now.
Probably when I finished school, I used to sort of help out prepping and doing salads and that kind of stuff when I was 16. And I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed the rush of the kitchen, and then I thought, right, if I'm going to do this, I want to do it properly. So I went to one of the best restaurants in Devon, and I spent 3.5 years there, and that's where I really started to learn how to do things properly to a good level.
Very good. Yeah. So what kind of food is that? You use English food?
English food, mainly. In Devon it was lots of seafood, because we're by the coast.
My favourite.
Lots of fish, lots of shellfish, all of that sort of stuff. But now, since I've moved to Stratford Upon Avon, it's a lot more meat, game, but still quite British food. Yeah.
If you guys been to Woodsman?
The Woodsman.
The Woodsman. That's the word, the right word.
The Woodsman.
The Woodsman. Is that right?
Yeah.
If you've not been to the restaurant, the decor is gorgeous. It's so beautiful, and I love everything. The little what's the name of the animal? With the little big head, the deer. I don't know, I think it can remind me Christmas, but I love reindeer.
Reindeer, yeah.
I had to connect, guys. I have to connect the words to the place. So I love the decoration there as well. Beautiful, beautiful. You got big fire on.
Yeah, it's very cool, very unique. The concept was from my boss, Mike Robinson. He had the idea of bringing outside cooking inside. So in the middle of a restaurant, we've got a big wood-fired oven, and we've got a big charcoal grill, like a massive barbecue. So all of our meat, our vegetables is all cooked over fire, which is very cool. The restaurant gets very hot, but it's
lovely in this country. Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we can do this in Brazil, we can do this here too.
It's a very unique thing for Stratford and for the West Midlands. Not a lot of places are doing it. So.
Yeah. How long you worked there?
About 2.5 years now.
2.5 years. You were head chef, or what did your place on the restaurant?
So I'm the executive chef. I look after the Woodsman restaurant, and within the hotel I look after breakfast, weddings, room service, the full operation. So.
Oh, fantastic! I saw. He told me this morning that I love the story. If you guys didn't read the story about the restaurant, the Woodsman. If you didn't know the story, I advise you to read it, because it's beautiful. And how do you guys do? It's similar to Brazil culture, where you you have the animal, but you use the whole nose to tail. I like that.
So we have a real emphasis on local suppliers, local farms, and we try to use the whole animal.
Yeah.
So we'll buy whole lambs, whole deer, that kind of stuff, and we'll try to use every single part of it in one way or another. And
the vegetables as well that you guys...
the vegetables,
I read you guys have the vegetables, they make sure the vegetables is picked on the day, that is on the next day is on a plate.
As much as possible. Local farms send us vegetables, so it's really fresh, and again, we try not to waste anything. So we're always trying to find a way to use
everything,
peelings and offcuts and
that is great. Brazil, when I say I cook, when I do like, we call rabada in Portuguese, but here is, what's the name of rabada in Portuguese, Dave?
Oh, don't know.
In English, oxtail. Oxtail? Oxtail. People just look at me like,
No, oxtail's delicious.
It's delicious, isn't it? I love it.
Very nice, yeah.
Brain, everything. We eat everything in Brazil. It's what makes people crazy like me. You talk about the restaurant and everything, but what is your passion other than food? You said was the rugby.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played rugby for 15 years.
You still play?
Now.
No, not playing.
No. My knee gave up on me. But yeah, that's another reason I started to take cooking seriously. Because obviously I had to give up the rugby because when you work in a kitchen, you can't have Saturdays off to play rugby.
Yeah, for sure. So which cuisine is is your favorite to cook? You cook English cuisine, but I saw you gonna do something. We're gonna do a bread today, right?
Yeah, we're gonna make some bread.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
Yeah, we're gonna make some focaccia, which is it's quite an easy bread. If people haven't made bread before, it's quite an easy one to get into. Oh,
and this is something that you guys have in a restaurant, right?
Yeah, we make
bread
a focaccia,
as well.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic!
We make 2 types of bread for dinner. Everything's made from scratch.
I love that. Love that. So, what I was reading yesterday as well about you guys. You guys got the restaurant got a land somewhere that you even got a Power Ranger. No, not Power Ranger. What's the name?
A gamekeeper. Power Ranger. Not a Power Ranger.
Not a Power Ranger. You got the.
He's a gamekeeper.
Oh, you got on the thing called something ranger, head ranger.
Yeah, so there's a place. It's down near Cirencester.
Right.
The Bathurst Estate.
Yeah.
And there's lots of wild deer, wild game there. And
right.
Mike Robinson, he has a big part in the restaurant. He is in charge of that estate, so he's culling the deer. So they all get sent to us, and he's actually got a deer company where he supplies all over the country now.
I see. Yeah. And that is really good. And then you know what it's where the meat's coming from.
Yeah, we know exactly where everything comes from.
It's coming from. That is really good. So you told me you guys got this estate and you know the meat. Tell me more about it. What's the kind of food we expect in there other than deers and the oven you already told?
I would describe it as relaxed fine dining.
Yeah.
So we're trying to give the customers things they can't get anywhere else in the area. We use, like we said, lots of
fresh ingredients,
cuts of meat that they don't see, lots of offal.
What's the roast dinner there? How is the roast dinner at your restaurant? What makes me like, I want to go there other than anywhere else?
Well, we're quite famous for our Sunday lunch.
Yeah.
We do things like deer shoulders and lamb shoulders for people to share. So we do it like a feasting style, where it goes on a board in the middle of the table, family style.
I like that.
Yeah, we get very, very busy on Sundays. Yesterday we did 185, I think. So it's quite a lot. Yeah.
You guys are busy. How many chefs? You said to me it was lots of chefs. I'm like, what?
We've got a team total of 11 or 12. So.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, but that's to cover.
That is busy.
Do 150 for breakfast, and then we'll do 50, 60 for lunch. We'll have a bar menu running, and then we'll do 70, 80 covers for dinner. So,
amazing.
Yeah,
That's really, you're a busy man. Thank you so much for coming here to give me a bit of your time.
You're welcome.
What do you think would be your biggest challenge?
As a chef, I mean, the 2 big challenges for me at the moment, staffing.
Everybody say that.
Yeah, finding good staff with a good skill level that are prepared to work hard. I mean, I'm very lucky. I've got a very, very good team. I've got people that have been there since before I started.
Oh, fantastic.
So we've got a great team. But then also nowadays the customers have changed. There's lots more dietary requirements, a lot of vegans, lots of allergies.
So you said your biggest challenge was people. And the people I think is the same. When I had my restaurant in Brazil, that was the biggest challenge, to find people to work. When you find, you keep them.
Yeah.
It's the one that you keep, isn't it? Why you got the 11 chefs there. So what was biggest accomplishment for your career privately and also for working at Woodsman?
Well, I've competed in a few competitions. Years ago, I got to the final of a couple of national competitions, but I'm too old for that now.
Oh, never too old.
Yeah, so I'm at a stage in my career now where a big part of my job is passing on knowledge to the younger chefs, and I really enjoy that. It's good to see them progressing and becoming stronger and stronger as chefs, and yeah, it's really good for the team, and I think that's what helps keep people in the industry, is investing time into them and making sure they're getting better and better and better.
Yeah, I read also on this story that you guys train the staff to know what they serve, so you can ask questions to this, which is quite rare in some restaurants, especially when I go out and I will ask. That bothers me so much, and I ask waiters, what do you recommend?
Yeah.
They not even bother to ask, what do you like, or how they don't. I never tried that. I never tried this. Oh, so I read that you guys train everybody.
Yeah,
to
we do.
know.
I mean, as a team, we're very proud of what we serve. We're very proud of where the food comes from. We're very proud that it's local produce. We use local wine suppliers, things like that. So we want the guests to know all about it. Like, there's no point us putting in all that hard work if the guests don't understand what
have an experience, isn't it? It's an experience to go out.
It's the whole experience. We want them to come away knowing exactly what they've eaten, where it's come from, and why we're so proud of it.
Oh, fantastic! That is so great. What do you think was a successful business for you? What does need? What is in?
It's just getting guests
Make
coming
a successful business.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of chefs and restaurants out there that are chasing awards, and obviously awards are very nice, but I think the best thing you can have is guests coming back.
Yeah,
weekly,
that is your
monthly.
award.
Yeah,
that is the
It's
award.
nice to see the same faces coming in, and a lot of guests at the Woodsman, I know them by name now, and they'll come in, they'll say hello, and we'll have a bit of a chat. So for me, that's a success, is that people want to keep coming back.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, you're going to struggle.
Do you have a chef that you look up to?
There's lots, yeah.
Who?
I mean, nowadays with Instagram and things...
I mean, the paper, Dave, write it down for me, please.
Nowadays with Instagram and things, the world's become a lot smaller, so you're seeing what lots of people are doing, and you get a lot of inspiration. My favourite chef is probably a guy called Paul Ainsworth down in Cornwall. I've eaten there 3 or 4 times, and it's the best food I've ever had. It's called Number 6. It's in Padstow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, David goes there.
Yeah, I love it there.
What do you think was the dish that said, "Oh, I'm a proper chef now. This made me." You're proud of, or your proudest dish ever? I'm gonna cook this at home for me because I love this dish because.
Oh, I don't cook at home.
Do you not?
Not very much.
Oh.
My oven's been broken for a year.
He's laughing, but it's true.
It's true.
David, when you came to Rio de Janeiro, did I have a kitchen on my house?
No.
Did I have a kitchen? Because I think when you cook, you get too bored to cook for yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
my fridge is always empty.
I understand that. In Brazil as well, where I used to live, I choose the apartment that I chose because of the street, of the restaurants they had on the street. Yeah. Oh my God. So you don't tell me your favorite dish. What is the favorite dish on the menu this time that you're loving?
At the moment, it's probably... We've got a lamb dish on, which is... I always look forward to the spring because you get things like lamb coming into season. And we use the rump or the loin, depending, because we use the whole animal. And then we make a shepherd's pie out of the shoulders and the legs to go on the side. And then we make a sauce that we finish with the hearts of the lamb. So we're really trying to use every part of the animal. And we serve it with some local broccoli and some smoked anchovies.
Okay.
It's very popular.
That sounds really good.
It's very, very popular.
So, what are you cooking for us today?
We're going to do a dish very similar to a starter on the restaurant menu with some asparagus, some locally made ham, some wild garlic that I picked this morning, and a bit of Parmesan cheese. And if we got time, we're going to make some bread as well.
Fantastic. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. Woohoo! That is amazing. What would you say the tips that you give for someone that's starting now on a career of chefing?
Know what you're getting into and be realistic, because over the years I've seen lots of people watch MasterChef and things and they think, oh, that looks fun. And they come in and they don't realise that it's 12-hour days and there's floors to sweep and mop, and it's...
You need to love.
It's a great industry, but it's a very tough industry, and if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to last very long. I
didn't last very long, as you guys know. I love food, I do, but I don't think I could be a chef cooking full-time. It's a lot of passion.
If you love it, get in there, work in a good restaurant with the best ingredients, the best chefs.
Can I come to work there?
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Got a job, Dave. Got a job.
There's always pans that need cleaning.
Okay, thank you very much. He knows my place. That's so harsh. Right, so how can we find the Woodsman social media? You guys on social media?
Yeah, it's just the Woodsman restaurant on Instagram. I'm Greg Newman on Instagram, or just come into the restaurant and see us.
So I think that is us for the part of the interview, but also, guys, there is food coming. I'm so sorry you're not here. I'm so sorry. Thank you, guys. I say thank you to Greg, everybody. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Now we're gonna go for cooking. Come on. Now we are on my kitchen. Greg, thank you so much for coming to my kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen. We're going to be cooking now. So what we're going to start with? We know we're going to do bread and then asparagus and then...
Yeah, so we're going to start by getting our bread onto proof. So we're making a focaccia. And we're going to flavour it with some wild garlic, which I picked on my way here this morning.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's quite a simple bread to make, but there is 2 processes to it, so we need to get that on early, let it proof.
How long do it take the whole process?
It will be in the oven in about an hour, hour and a half's time.
Fantastic.
Hopefully.
What are we going to eat that with?
I'd usually just eat it with some good olive oil, maybe some balsamic vinegar, or just some butter.
Can put some salami inside or something like that.
Absolutely. It's a very light bread, almost like a spongy texture.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's nice. I can't wait for that. So what was the first thing that we're going to do?
So first thing, we've got some strong flour.
Okay, how much is on that?
That is 500 grams.
500 grams of strong flour. Okay, I'm your sous chef today. Don't need to pay me. I'm for free.
And then we are going to weigh our our water.
Water first. How much water there?
So we want about 650, 700 grams.
Oh, not milliliters, 1 grams, okay.
See if I've got enough. So with the water, it wants to be what we call tepid, which is room temperature.
Oh, okay.
If it's too hot, the yeast will die. So a tip we use is if you put your finger in and close your eyes.
I wash my finger, okay, guys.
If it's the right temperature, you shouldn't be able to feel if it's gone in the water.
Oh, okay. Oh,
it's,
tip there, guys.
And then we're going to add in our yeast.
How much yeast there?
75 grams of yeast, fresh.
It's not dry yeast, it's a fresh
This
yeast.
is fresh. You could use dry, probably 7 grams.
7 grams. So how much we went there?
75 grams.
75 grams.
And then we're going to add in a little bit of sugar, 10 grams.
10 grams of sugar.
And what the sugar does is helps activate the yeast. We're going to mix that together.
So, when you're not cooking at your restaurant, you're at home, you said you don't have a kitchen at home. You don't have anything at home. So you have to go out. When you're not eating at the restaurant, what do you do? What is your favorite independent in a workshop? Other than your restaurant, because they're very good.
Well, I like to eat a lot of Indian food on my days off. There's some very good local Indian restaurants near me.
Okay.
But also there's a restaurant just reopened in Warwick. It was called Taylor's. and it's
my favorite. Our favorite, Dave.
Yeah.
No, ham now.
It's now ham, yeah.
Oh, we want them in the show as well.
Yeah, so
very good.
they've just reopened, but when I went and ate there at Taylor's,
really good.
I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to going back at some point.
So
now,
what do you put there?
So we've dissolved the yeast and the sugar in the water.
Yeah.
And now we're just going to mix in this flour. It'll be a very loose batter.
Yeah.
Which we call a sponge or a ferment.
So they mixing the.
We're going to keep it very light.
Okay.
And then we're going to leave that until it doubles in size.
When do you train as a pastry chef? I know your girlfriend has got as a pastry chef.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. My girlfriend is a very good pastry chef.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because she's my girlfriend, but she is. She's great. So I've never really had to do a lot of pastry.
Okay.
I come up with ideas for dishes, I give it to her, and she'll come back with something brilliant. But I can hold my own.
I think is my weakness is that on pastry. I think because pastry is so accurate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Need to be very accurate, and I'm a person that I like to be, you know me, bonkers.
I also get very messy when I'm working in pastry. There'll be flour everywhere.
Oh, welcome to my world.
Yeah.
I cook, Dave wash.
Yeah.
So who cooks and wash in your house?
We share it. I mean, like I said, we don't cook a lot, but when we do, we try and do it together, or we just cook very simple stuff at home, stir fries.
Yeah.
I think that's about ready now. We've got it fairly smooth.
Okay.
And then we're just going to cling film that and leave it for about half an hour.
Okay.
And bread can be very temperamental. Like in the winter, this would take an hour and a half. In the summer, it will take half an hour. It depends on the temperature of the room. But if we leave that there, I think.
Okay, close to the light.
Yeah.
Right. So now, Greg is putting me to work here, and I'm loving that. So I'm not. What I'm doing here? What I'm doing?
So you're grating some Parmesan. We're going to turn it into like a Parmesan custard.
Yeah.
To serve with our asparagus.
Yeah.
And then I am making like a wild garlic salsa verde, which is an Italian green sauce.
All right.
And we're going to put some of that through our focaccia.
Okay.
And then we're going to serve it with the asparagus as well.
Through a what?
Focaccia.
Oh.
The bread.
Through the. Right, sorry. Right. So my custard, what do I need? What do we need?
So we're going to use this bit of kit here, which is called a Thermomix.
So if people doesn't have this at home, what are they going to do?
You can do it old-fashioned, so you'd get a pan of boiling water and a bowl, and you'd whisk it over the water.
All over the water, yeah.
Yeah, so you'd make what's called a sabayon.
Yeah, okay.
But this is something you find in a lot of professional kitchens now, and you can blend whilst heating.
How cool, that's really
Thermomix.
So for my custard, we're gonna need how much of, I think it's...
So 200 grams of Parmesan.
Parmesan, yeah, grated.
We're gonna add 50 grams of double cream and 6 eggs. And then we're gonna,
6 eggs.
We're gonna cook it in here.
Cooked egg, boiled egg or
raw eggs?
Raw eggs, because I saw you boil some eggs.
I've boiled some eggs for 9 minutes, and that's going to make our wild garlic salsa verde.
Oh,
just gives it a nice creaminess,
creamy,
and thickens it up a little bit.
So I think I finished here my Parmesan grated completely. Look.
So I'm going to jump in here first.
Okay, don't jump too high.
And what I've got is
kitchen is low.
The wild garlic that I picked this morning.
Yeah.
So I've got 300 grams of that. It's just been lightly rinsed.
What's the name of the garlic you said?
Wild garlic.
Wild garlic.
Yeah.
Not wild.
So you can smell it. It smells like.
Yes.
This
can
time
you eat
of year.
it like that?
Yeah. It's quite
bitter.
Quite spicy when you eat it raw.
Oh yeah. Nice.
But this time of year, it's growing
really
everywhere.
Oh.
And we love it in the restaurant because it's tasty.
So you pick up
and it's
this
free.
on the restaurant. You got behind the restaurant. There's somewhere that you collect this.
Yeah, it's like a
woodland
area.
If people doesn't have this one, can they use the normal garlic or not?
No, it would be a traditional salsa verde. They make it with basil and parsley and mint and all of those kind of soft herbs.
Yeah.
But this makes it, in my opinion, a bit more British.
A
bit more seasonal.
I like this flavour.
We love this in the restaurant because it's free.
Oh, is it?
So
what
here
you
we've got
there?
some capers and some gherkins.
Yeah.
So we're going to put that in there.
How much capers and how much gherkins?
About 50 grams of each.
Okay.
And then we've got just some breadcrumbs.
How much is that?
100 grams.
100 grams.
And that's just going to help everything emulsify
Stick together.
And then these boiled eggs, I'm just going to pop 4 of those in there.
4 boiled eggs.
Yeah. And I'm going to...
That's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that is getting warm as well. We're just going to blend.
This we're blending cold.
Okay. Music match.
And then what we want to do is start to add some olive oil.
Magic gonna happen.
We're going to add about 300 millilitres.
300 milliliters of olive oil. What can you eat with this?
With
Just
the
the
salsa
bread,
verde,
yeah?
anything. It's great with bread, it's great with cold meats.
Pasta?
It's great with, yeah, it would be lovely
Make
on...
a pasta and then put this in.
Yeah, just boil some pasta.
Like a pesto. Like a pesto, isn't
Yeah, you
it?
treat it exactly the same as
Pesto.
a
So
pesto.
if you guys don't have this garlic, wild garlic, it's wild, isn't it?
It is wild, yes.
Wild garlic. So you can use basil.
Basil, parsley. I added just a
Spinach.
little bit of baby spinach, just because the wild garlic can be a bit aggressive sometimes when it's very young.
Okay.
And now I'm going to add a good pinch of
So,
salt.
how much spinach did you put?
About 200 grams.
200 grams of spinach.
But when the wild garlic gets older, you can do 100% wild garlic.
Okay.
Because the flavour's a bit more
Yeah.
subtle. It's done.
Okay, so now it's done. We danced loads. And look at that. Oh my word, look at this color. Woohoo!
So it's very simple, no cooking involved, just blending it together. I like to finish it with a little bit of vinegar sometimes.
Oh my god.
So it'd be lovely on some pasta.
Oh, delicious. Oh, so good. You said to finish up with what?
A little bit of sherry vinegar.
Right, so we did
Did the wild garlic salsa verde.
Yeah.
So now our bread, the first stage. See how lovely and frothy and bubbly that's got.
oh my.
Looks like a
Can you
crumpet.
show Dave? Look at that.
So all those air bubbles and
yeah.
the fermentation start going. So what we're going to add into that now is another 500 grams of flour. We're going to add a good pinch of salt, about 10 grams.
10 grams of pinch of salt.
Wild garlic.
Oh, so the garlic gonna go inside as well?
We're going to put a little bit in there because why not?
Ah.
Everybody loves garlic.
Me too. Yeah, I love it.
So yeah, we'll do about three tablespoons.
So the bread is gonna be green, isn't it? Yum, yum, yum.
There we go, that's enough.
That's enough.
And the good thing about focaccia is you don't need to knead it. Yeah, so now we're just going to just scrape around the sides, make sure all that flour is incorporated. So it's quite sticky for a bread dough,
Yeah.
but that's what we want because it's going to make it lovely and light. And you can do anything with this recipe. You could add olives through it, tomatoes, if you've got some old
Dried
tomatoes.
tomatoes,
Or so I'm just going to line my baking tray with lots of olive oil.
Olives?
Or we can put some olives on the top, that would be nice.
Oh yeah, that would be nice, yeah. Dried tomato? No, don't need
Yeah,
it.
why not?
Let's do dried tomato as well. Oh. How much we do?
Yeah, that'll do. Nice handful.
Yeah? Do you want me to
Yeah, tear them up.
turn them up a little bit?
So there you go, we'll mix your tomatoes through. And then we're going to...
And then go inside there. Yeah. Look at
what
that.
you wanna-
So you put some olive oil on the base.
And then I'm just going to rub the olive oil into my hands,
Yeah.
and that stops the dough sticking.
All right. So how much olive oil did you put on the tray?
Probably about 50 ml, just to stop it sticking
Yeah.
and to help me.
To set on the tray.
So there we go, so it's nice and green.
Beautiful.
I think the tomatoes are a good idea.
Yeah, wasn't it?
And then, yeah, we're going to cling film it and prove it again for another half an hour or so.
Okay.
And then we're going to bake it.
So Greg,
So
our
next-
progress. We did already so many things.
We've got our focaccia proving. That'll be ready to go in the oven in about half an hour.
Yeah.
We've made our wild garlic sauce.
Look at this.
Now
Loads.
Now we're going to get you to prep these lovely asparagus
Yeah.
from the Wye Valley.
He's abusing me already, but it's fine.
So what we want to do is just very gently bend it till it snaps naturally,
Yeah.
and then we'll just even it up.
Okay.
And then if you go through with a little knife and just peel off the...
Oh.
So if you can do those for me, that would be great.
Okay. Snap it.
And I'm going to make our
Snap it.
Parmesan custard. So what we've got here is 50 grams double cream. We're going on with 200 grams of aged Parmesan. This
Tastes
is
delicious.
2-year-old Parmesan.
Yeah.
And then we're going to add 6 eggs.
Right. So what I'm doing here, cut it.
Cut it,
is
even them all up.
Is it not even? It's not
It's
even?
not even. Do you want me to get you a ruler? I've got one in the car.
Bloody hell. Is that good enough, Chef?
That's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
So there we go, we've got our eggs in there now. We're just going to give it a good pinch of salt.
Okay. So you put the eggs there inside without what? Do you need to?
Just all together.
All
Eggs,
together,
double
no-
cream, Parmesan.
Okay.
Nothing done to any of it.
Okay.
Pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt.
Cook it at 70 degrees until it thickens and the eggs are cooked. And then we're going to finish it with a little bit of truffle paste.
Woo! My favorite thing.
So we'll start this off for about 7 minutes. And then when the timer goes off, it should be done.
I like that.
It's very good. So we're just going to add some salt to our water.
So what are we doing this water? The asparagus.
The asparagus, yeah. We're just going to blanch it for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
And then we're going to cool it down really quickly so it stays nice and green.
So let me know where you want me to do when.
So I'm going to set a timer.
Okay.
Drop them in the water for 2 minutes.
One here.
Ready, you go.
Here we go. Oopsie.
Perfect.
2 minutes. That one.
It's okay. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
So they're going straight into ice, which is
Yeah.
going to help it stay
Stop
really
cooking.
nice and green and stop the cooking process.
Yeah.
So we just leave them in there for about a minute,
Yeah.
and then we'll take them out of the water. Perfect.
Look at that. Perfecto.
So in the restaurant, we would get it to this stage in the afternoon, and then during dinner service, we'd cook it on a char grill
On the char grill.
over the wood, just with a nice
they give you
smoky.
smell. Yeah, the smoky smell.
So you'd have a lovely barbecue flavour going through it. And now I think the bread will be ready to go into the oven.
Okay. Let's see the bread. Bring it the bread, Naomi. Naomi is also working. Say hello to the camera, Naomi. Say hello to the camera. That's sister now. She's a makeup artist. Everything, you know. Chef, helping the chef, direct. Look at the bread. Double size.
So yeah, that's risen up nicely. And what we're going to do is just pour this custard into there and let it chill in the fridge till our bread's ready. We're going to put that in the oven for about 20 minutes.
On how many degrees? 220.
220. Okay, so I think we are ready with this.
Yep. Oh, that looks
Golden
beautiful.
on top.
Wow. Hot.
I think we are about done. So what we're going to do while it's warm, we're just going to pop a little bit more olive oil on the top, and while it's warm, it's going to soak in
Oh.
there.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh, that looks yummy.
Just lift it out to cool on there.
And
It's our
this.
wild garlic, olive, and tomato focaccia.
Oh, man. This looks. We have lemon juice,
Lemon juice, olive oil,
salt, and a bit of salt. It's just a little bit of dressing. So what do you want me to do? Shove it inside here?
I'd put it on the plate, just pour it a
Oh,
little
right,
bit on.
okay. So you're gonna use the
Give it a good toss to make sure it's all dressed nicely.
toast.
Toss it like you toss a salad.
Oh, shake it up. These new words I'm learning today. Look at that.
So yeah, this is a very, very simple thing to make. It's just about using good quality ingredients that are very fresh and in season. We do a version very similar to this in the restaurant, but we make it a bit more chefy.
Okay.
So we put a crispy egg on there and a few Parmesan biscuits and that kind of thing.
Oh.
Put some ham over the asparagus. This ham is made by a guy in the Cotswolds.
Oh, look at that.
So it's called salt pig curing. He buys whole pigs and he turns every part of the animal into a different type of ham.
Pretty.
Wonderful.
Is that right?
Yeah, and then we're going to take our truffle and Parmesan custard.
Oh.
I'm just going to put a nice dollop on the side. And then we're going to finish. This is nutritional yeast.
Okay.
Which we've just fried in butter. It gives a really nice savoury flavour. And that's it. Asparagus, ham and wild garlic. So we'll just take the crust off so it's lovely and green inside.
Oh my. Right, so now we're gonna try. There's something that I really, really hate to do it. You know, you're forcing me to do this, but I'll do it because you're a nice guy. So let's do it. Oh, my mouth is I'm salivating here.
It's got a bit of everything.
So a bit of everything, especially the bread. I'll put a little bit of this in my mouth. Yeah, hands on.
It's very simple.
Oh, nice
very
bread.
easy to do at home. Very seasonal, which is what we're all about at the Woodsman. Good? Shooting me down.
Oh, love you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
What's the name of your girlfriend?
Patty.
You're a very lucky girl, because this is delicious. I wish my husband could cook like that. Thank you very much. And guys, that is all for us. I have to finish to eat this amazing, delicious food. And please check it out. Go to the restaurant because you guys are going to be amazing. You're going to have lots of chefs. You're going to be there as well. Yep. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell for all the recipes, all the other chefs that are going to be on the show. I just can't stop eating. So I see you later. See you in the next episode of BS Kitchen Show. Thank you, Greg. Bye, 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 bye.